I've got the great benefit and great pleasure to bring in Shiraz. And but first off, Shiraz, since this is all about gratitude, who invited you? Who do we need to thank?
As usual, apparently, Jose Escobar brought me in.
Talk about talk about leadership. Talk about leadership. And we were Shiraz and I had the benefit of talking backstage, and I tell you what though, the that lion really hit me. I love the lion. The lion seeks no companion, as all leaders don't seek companions, they just lead. But there's a story behind that. So anyway, I don't want to keep talking. I want to turn it over to Shiraz and for you to share. I love the Superman, love the lion. Take it away, brother.
All right, thank you. So sometimes the thing you hate most is your secret source of joy. For me, it was not making enough money. I hated not making enough money, wondering if I'm going to cover all my bills, not being able to afford the things I love, and feeling so frustrated that no matter how hard I seemed to work, I didn't seem to make a lot of money. Until one of my coaches said, Shiraz, you don't hate it. You love not making money. And I said, say what? And he said, you love that no one can come up and say, hey, Shiraz, you got lots of money. Could I have some? Can you invest in my company? Can you give to my charity? You love that you don't have to feel guilty that you've got this easy, cushy life with lots of money while other people are struggling, right? And you love that you don't have to pay lots of taxes. You love that when you see other people working so hard to make their money, you don't have to work as hard as they do, right? Because that's just going to be too much. It's going to be overwhelmed. So you love making money. And I'm like, what? And he said, here's the secret. Your mind prioritizes keeping you safe from emotional distress over your physical circumstances. So while you say you want lots of money, you have all these emotional reasons why you don't want money. And so when you conquer those emotional reasons, the money starts to show up. So for instance, you've worried that people come up and ask you for money. Well, some people are, but instead of going, oh my God, I have to deal with this person, I'm feeling like I'm being guilted into giving the money or, pressured. You can just say, well, if someone asks me for money, I'm like, do I want to give it to you? No, I don't. And there's no emotional distress. There's no anxiety. There's no guilt. There's no overwhelm. Right. Or it could just be, wow, I love the investment. Let's do it. And so with those resets in my money mindset and the way I react to the different situations of having money, I added an extra $100,000 to my income the next year. And the year after that, by more and more of these resets, I went over $1 million in sales. So this is something when I found out about it, it's like this is a game changer for everyone. And it's not just about money. It's about your relationships, it's about your health, it's about your level of success. And so how does this apply to leadership? Like I said, someone really needs to know about this. I have to get out there and spread the word. And so I took it on myself and I started creating programs, I started speaking and just getting out there so people can hear this and make their lives better. Because it having a happy, powerful, abundant life actually isn't that hard. It's just that we have been taught that it should be, that you have to work hard, that life is a struggle, that nothing comes easily, and that's not all true. Things can come easily, and you've had things come easily. So you can't say nothing comes easily. But if you're running a program that says nothing comes easily, then you're going to make sure things show up hard so you can be right about it. And I'm Shiraz, I'm a reality interventionist. What that means is I find out where you are addicted to your current life and get you out of that addiction because people are addicted to the lack of money, right? And I would like for you to create a life where everything, well, I don't think everything will be easy, but most of the time, everything is easy. And I've seen this happen with lots of people. For and even in times of difficulty, you can make yourself flow through the moment. For instance, I did not get a link to this event. And I signed on and it said the link is forthcoming. And I'm like, what? And I thought maybe this is happening to everyone. So I went on to YouTube, looked, and there's other people speaking. So they all got the link. And I could have been like, what do I do? What do I do? But I said, okay, I don't have the link. What do I do? So I just looked at who else was speaking, and then I started making not phone calls, but text messages, everyone, and all at once, just you and you and you, and then eventually the replies started coming back with the link, and I jumped into the green room, and then just got ready, and Now I'm up here and talking to you. And this is another trait of a leader, is a leader is going to figure out how to get things done. And I want you to, when things get hard, not to say, "Oh my God, like what do I do?" And get into this, the more, this could be the same phrase, but it's a different attitude. Okay, what do I do? Let's strategize this. Because when you worry about the overwhelm, again, that's emotional distress, and your mind will say, let's make sure you never have a situation where there can be that much overwhelm, which is playing safe and it's playing small. And if you want to be a leader, you've got to go past that. You've got to get past these emotional blocks that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you from having your full leadership potential. And everything's going to change for you. So I want you to keep this in mind when it comes to being a leader. While you may have a very powerful why, you have to watch out for the why nots. And the why nots are things like, I'm going to be a great leader as long as this doesn't happen, as long as this person doesn't say this, as long as people don't think of me this way. Let all that go and watch your leadership explode. And that's what I came here to talk about. I am Shiraz. If you want to learn more, I am at energeticmagic.com. And if you want to learn how to rewrite your reality so you can have a better life, check out my book, How to Rewrite Reality.
Well, first of all, that was beautiful. When is your birthday?
August
Just your
27th.
month and day. Yeah, so are you a Leo? Because I saw the line behind you.
I
That's
am
why I
a
said,
Virgo.
okay, August 27th. So I will not forget that. So you know what I love most about your presentation was the leader doesn't quit, the leader finds a way. And that's very military-esque as well. You can't go back to your commander or whoever gave you the mission and say, I just couldn't figure it out, and so I didn't do it. And so I do applaud you. I see multiple rings to me, and I know you did that for other people. So I'm glad you care about your voice and your message so much. And the most important message that you gave is that when things are not working right, figure out how to make them work. So I want to applaud you for that. How do people reach out and connect? And by the way, we've run in each other a handful of events, and you were recommended. When I saw Jose recommend you, I said, he keeps showing up. So
I do.
how do people connect with you, Shiraz?
You can go to energeticmagic.com and all the information is there.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for your message. Thank you for being a bald, bold leader, and
Thank you for having me on.
a very unique message, because some people would be potentially like, it's not perfect, but that's the point of what the world is. It's not perfect. And so how are you showing up to make it better? Thank you, Shiraz.
Thank you again.